James Kalm, the guy on the bike. Welcoming our worldwide viewership back for another half-assed production. I'm going to visit an exhibition of Kim Keever, extraordinary photographer. I'm going to drop in here at KINZ TILLOU FEIGEN. Okay. Well, it looks like Kim has got the crowds turned out this evening. There he is. This piece is titled West 38G. It's a C-print 32 by 48 inches. Kim Keever actually has a very interesting and unusual technique that he uses. A lot of these pieces are actually filmed inside tanks filled with water. A lot of his lighting and clouds and things are from a special setup he has in the studio. I just talked to him. Maybe we'll get a chance to go by and see his process. It's titled West 91R. It's a C-print 47 by 69 inches. Kim started out as a painter, and he had a pretty good reputation in the East Village. And he began doing this kind of stage photography about 15 years ago. And a lot of people think that he's kind of working in the same realm as the Hudson River School. This is Forest 83C. And this has more of a Caspar David Friedrich kind of sensibility here. Very mysterious and atmospheric. It's titled Sunset 44D. And it is amazing to think that these are all photographed in his tiny little East Village apartment in a room that's probably about 15 by 20 feet. All this vast spaces here. It's all created in basically what are large fish tanks. Kim's show is in conjunction with this show, Hudson River School, collaboration with the Goodell and Company Fine Art. This is exactly what I was talking about. It's a nice collection of some of the Hudson River School painters. It's called An Afternoon Boating on Lake George, New York, 1867. Okay, now we're talking with the artist Kim Keever. Why don't you tell us a little bit about some of the inspirations that you had for your photos? You know, you got a very interesting technique that you use to create them with. Tell us about where you get the ideas for the landscapes.
Considering there's a Hudson River School show in the room next door.
That's right.
I think a lot of people are going to think these are totally relating to the Hudson School directly. But they really come out of my head. I'll have an image in my head for a couple months and it'll develop, and finally I'll get to it and start creating the image and building the materials to go in the aquarium.
Now, I first met you were a painter, but it seems like you use a lot of the painter's ideas when you lay these out, you know, the color areas and things like that, depth of field. Do you think that has influenced your photographic practice?
Absolutely. I was a painter for a long time, so I think I'm still a painter, but I'm using I'm still using materials. I'm still using paint in the water.
That's right.
So they kind of relate to paint and sculpture because they're really sculpture creations in a way.
We're going to want to come by and maybe visit your studio, and I'll splice in some scenes of you with the tanks and the lighting and all that other stuff. And you're also a musician as well. Right?
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I love it.
And you put this all together.
Keyboard music.
And you have CDs with all the images and music together and everything, right?
That's right. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll let you get back to your adoring fans, Kim. Congratulations. congratulations. The show looks great.
Thank you, Lauren.
Thank you. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I've actually been able to schmooze our way into an exclusive studio visit with Kim Keever. He's here on East 7th Street, down in the heart of the old East Village. We're going to run up, take a look at his extraordinary studio. People always wonder why I'm out of breath.
Yeah.
Okay. So here's your little studio abode here in the East Village. We're going to take a little look at your setup here. You've got quite a sophisticated computer setup here. Now you also do a lot of music that you're writing. We're listening to some of your music right now, right?
It's true, yeah. I compose music on the keyboard. This is a piece of my keyboard, which is kind of junked up at the moment. But
did you ever study any music, or is just you doing this intuitively?
Yeah, just intuitively, and a lot of correction in MIDI.
Can we take a look at your studio now?
Yeah, first we got to turn all these lights out.
Got to turn all the lights out.
Right.
Got to turn off the refrigerator
Got to
too.
turn off the refrigerator, yeah.
Okay.
That'll definitely knock it out.
Okay, wow. We're in Kim Keever's studio here. And here's your little world. This is where you create all your little dioramic scenes here in the water.
This is a tank. It's a 200-gallon tank.
I understand that you also have to get permission from the people downstairs. They have to know about this in case it starts to leak. Or if it just makes the floor sag because it's so heavy.
It actually does. It actually weighs a ton, and I have rained down on the people downstairs 3 times now. So they were pretty forgiving the first 2 times. But the last time I had to pay for a ceiling in one apartment, and it took 4 guys just to get the tank up here. It's a 6-foot-long tank. I'll pour a little water, a little paint in the water.
Okay, this is our clouds coming in here.
Give you an idea how this works.
And what kind of a camera do you use here?
Well, that's an 8x10 camera, which makes an 8x10 image on film. So it's a pretty giant camera.
And then you have that translated into a digital format somehow?
Right, I scan that. I would scan the 8x10 and then work on it, do a little tweaking in Photoshop.
And we're working pixel to pixel and sharpening edges and
yeah, a little bit.
Defining things.
Here and there.
Love the way that cloud is coming in around that tree.
Basically what I do is what you would do in a dark room.
Here are your clouds.
Yeah, I just paste these cotton ball clouds onto the back of this frame. And
now you have basically sort of developed this technique just through trial and error and stuff like that. You didn't study set design or anything like that, did you? I know you were a painter. Back when we first met, back when we were both babies in the East Village days, I know you were a painter, quite an excellent painter, I thought. But all this has been just your own invention and stuff that you've been developing this with, right?
Yeah, as far as I know, I'm the only one who's working with this kind of mad scientist outlook.
We get some different colors up there. Do you have other colors? Okay.
Yeah, I've got this.
Wow, that's pretty sophisticated stuff there. Well, where does your kind of your idea for the fantasy landscapes come from? Is there some core that you feel that you're tapping into, something from childhood?
Well, actually, yeah. When I was a little kid, I remember maybe 4 years old, I remember being on the eastern shore of Virginia and just watching sunsets across the water.
Okay, well, thanks for giving us a chance to come up and see your little process and visit the laboratory of the wild photographic scientist here.
My pleasure, Lauren. Thanks for coming.
Oh, that's James Kalm, please.
Oh, James. Sorry, James.
And thank you, Kate.